Hi, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon, everybody. I hope you can hear me. All right. So really thanks, Huawei, for this honor to be able to share with the crowd here today. I'm Jackie Wu. I'm the head of pre-sales within AsiaPac Technology. In fact, I've been in the ICT industry for about 20 years, supporting primarily in the government sector and in FSIs in Singapore, right? So today, I just want to take some time and share with you the experience that AsiaPac has with secure tertiary data backup. Right, but before I go into the topic itself, who is AsiaPac? Right, in case you do not know who are we, right? We are a system integrator here in Singapore. In fact, for the past 3 years that I've joined the company itself has grown tremendously, and we have today about 380 employees, right, who are passionate in reaching out to our customers, engaging them, and really, providing the solutions, right, and to their pain points. But even more than that, as you can see from the slides above, all right, we are also ISO 27001 certified, because we believe as a company, right, that securely handling your information or customers' information is paramount, right? And you can see from there the different awards and partnership that we have in the industry itself, right? That shows how closely we are with our partners, and at the same time bringing that partnership to our customers. Right. Just to quickly share a few of the use cases that we have with our wins with Huawei today. Right. Number one, it's a secured modern workplace transformation, really a VDI solution with one of the banks here in Singapore. Right? And that is primarily because of the COVID situation where their banking staff need to work from home. Right? And with this VDI infrastructure, we're able to quickly deploy, right, and enable 8,000 plus staff to quickly come aboard, accessing the core banking application securely, right, and in a controlled manner. Right? Second, right, we also have won a project, right, with another bank here in Singapore today, right, really which is the crux of what my message is today on secure tertiary data backup. All right? And this is really a range of Huawei products that we see that they are able to supply, to really power and enable the use cases we have today. All right, now going deep into the message I have today. So what is secure tertiary data backup? Right, it's really a guideline, a policy that the Hong Kong Association Banks has issued in last year in April or May. Right, and it basically talks about ensuring and preparing the banks, to really recover their operation in an event that there is a destructive cyber attack. All right, and in that sense, what does it encompasses of? It talks about the critical functions. It talks about the services and the systems. Right, as you can see from this high-level diagram that everyone can actually Google in and look at, because these are all guidelines from the different, for the 4 big consulting companies, right? But I just want to bring into attention into the 9 characteristics that is highlighted. Number 1, immutable, right? What do we mean by immutable, right? It really was what the different speakers have talked about. Write once, read many, all right? Where when the data has been written into the storage, there is no way that any other actors, all right, be it even bank staff or malicious actors that are able to corrupt the data and change the data, right? Second, survivable, right? Now, what do we mean by survivable here? It really talks about if in the event the production data center is down, all right, how can I have in this case, a tertiary and a secured data backup or a data storage storage that we are able to restore and to really quickly allow the bank to resume operation, right? Third, air gap. All right, I think that's really a no-brainer, right? This particular guideline really talks about physically or even logically separate this environment so that even if, let's say today, the malicious actor comes in and attack your production systems, all right, they may not be able to come into your air-gapped environment and to retrieve or to corrupt the necessary data. Number 4, secure. All right. So what do we mean by secure? I think it's really a standard practice within the bank system, right? Where we have our necessary firewalling, we have our necessary log management, control system where we know that if a staff or even an external actor that comes in, right, the different activities are being logged, are being tracked. Number 5, control. Right, really, we are talking about, because it is a tertiary and it's a secured data backup, all right, or the secured environment would then therefore be that you are not allowed to change the data, but yet at the same time, even if you do change them, what are the different measures that brings in to allow you to know that, hey, this data has been changed at this juncture by who and who. Verifiable, all right. Every data that comes into the secure tertiary environment needs to know that there is a place where a scanning has been done, all right? A removal of maybe an active content, maybe it's a malware that has been done, and this has been recorded, right? Why is that so, all right? Because in every bank, right, there must be users that say that, hey, I have active content, maybe I'm running a VBA script, right? It may be considered an active content within the control. And the system may have inevitably removed this content, and now it becomes unusable. So obviously, the end user will start to complain, hey, I'm not able to do my stuff. I'm not able to do operation. What am I going to do? Right? So with that, the logs, all right, we are able to know, right, whether this data has been flagged as malicious, whether it has been removed, and in the event if the end user says that, hey, this content, this particular file, I need it back because I need to do a job out of it, right? We are able to restore it back as well. Number 7, assurance. Okay, I think in a bank, even in a DR scenario, there is no way for anybody to say that, hey, I'm going to press a button, right, without any authority. DR happens. So likewise, all right, in a SCDB environment, right, no one, unless approved, all right, and authorized, could the secured data be restored back to the users, all right? Number 8, heterogeneous. All right, now this is one of the guidelines that talks about having a different set of technology. For example, all right, today, we have our Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 firewalling. Would we want to use the same firewall in a banking environment? Probably not. Why is that so? Because sometimes there might be bugs in this particular brand, all right? And the bug has not been resolved. So how can a bank protect itself from the next layer of attack, right? So typically what the banks, at least in Singapore, does is I have brand A in my Tier 1, brand B at my Tier 2. It really helps to segregate and create a layer of protection across the banking system. So likewise, in the SCTB guidelines, having a heterogeneous environment basically means that you may have another set of backup software, all right? Maybe another set of firewalling that really protects this air-gapped environment today. Last but not least, high performance, all right? This is one of the, I will use the word key criteria or critical consideration within how you're going to do the solution, right? What products or what integration need to be done within this solution, right? Why? Because this talks about passively in a parallel form scans and access and ingest the data, all right? So meaning to say, if let's say a particular product, right, that is in the banking environment today, right, needs to run through the scan and run file at a time, one file at a time. So maybe at the point of time, you might want to consider if you might want to consider that, hey, this may not be the right solution. Why is that so? Because end day, right, when there's a destructive cyber attack, what you need to do is to quickly get the bank back up and running, right? So if, let's say, for example, in order for you to restore back the operation, and you still need to do one scan at a time, I think even the CIO will not even approve the solution overall, right? Now, with that consideration, right, I just want to share what we did for one of the local banks here. This is a very high-level diagram, all right, so bear with me. All right. Now, the entire solution is broken up into 3 different quote-unquote rooms. All right. We have on your right, on your left, the data staging room, the data clean room, and the data vault room. All right. In this particular solution here, all right, the bank has determined that the data vault room will be the final air gap solution. All right. So what it means that today my data staging room would have a set of storage, all right, that will consolidate all the necessary data that has been classified that, hey, I need this to be in my data vault eventually, right? Going into the consolidated storage, it will go through a process of analyzing it, all right? That's where our scanning technology has been integrated in line, all right? Where the files are being scanned, and at the same time, we will actually do a sanitization of that files. Right now, how do we do a sanitization? Essentially, it is really think of it like a package. We open up the package, we scan through the internal contents, remove any active contents, repackage it back, and send it in. And that is how the processing works. All right. Now, because of that requirement, right, the storage itself that you see from here, provided by Huawei, it's actually the all-flash array, because we really need that high IOPS, high performance to perform this scanning. And of course, after scanning is done, right, the final document or the final file, all right, is safely sent into the Ocean Store Pacific, where it's an object storage, where the worm technology has been enabled, where it's write once and read many, right? So once it's safely in the data vault, all right, in the event when a bank says, hey, I need to activate because I have a massive bank-wide attack, I need to restore back my bank operation, this is the data that is ready because it is already classified as safe and ready to go, right? So this is, on a high level, what our solution has, and it's in the bank today. And how this is, and why Huawei was released in this solution today, right, is simply because they are able to provide every other product that is in their portfolio and cater to each of the use cases that you see in this different vault rooms the different rooms that is being classified here. All right, so that being said, I would like to end my session. Just want to thank you for your time once again. Thank you very much.